Today we're going to be reviewing a few really interesting things. I don't know how long this is going to last. I'm gonna wait just a few seconds. In fact, check this out. Yes, sir, I produced the beats. Tonight we're going to be reviewing the lateral perspective of my man Ralph Smart. See my nigga Nightbot always has my back. But we about to get into the program. Just let everything warm up. You know, we gotta keep everything G. Cause that's the way it gotta be. Fucking around with me. Live on the YOUTUBE. For free. Sir. Yo. Dope sounds like 8-bit files from the hood. Zelda X-Files version. Thank you, man. If that was a compliment. It's just a jingle for my show, bro. We're gonna get into the other part of the program. Let's get going.
We are here in the art gallery. 10 things people don't realize you're doing because you're highly awake. So in 2012, I was going through a massive awakening and nobody got me. Like, nobody knew what was happening in my life. And I meet a lot of people who write to me and they tell me, Hey Ralph, what? I'm going through something right now. It's like I'm awakening to a whole new world. Wait a minute, let's just... breathing in that good ass prana, baby. I'm awakening to a whole new world, and it's like nothing is the same as it used to be. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So, you may be going through
What are y'all thinking about this brother Ralph Swar? He just made his intro. Is anybody here? Are y'all ready to go into this flat earth knowledge? Try to get to the bottom of this.
an awakening. You may be going through re-examining your life. You may be going through breaking through the Maya. In the Indus Valley, they call the Maya the illusion.
Thank you,
and
sir.
Finding your own truth. And therefore, people may not realize you're doing certain things because you are highly awake. You are going through your awakening. And for me, it was 2012. Do you remember 2012? You remember 2012 when it was like, oh my gosh, the world's gonna end. Actually, I'm still here. And it feels so good to be alive, right? But a lot of things were happening on the planet. People were awakening.
How many of y'all remember 2012? How many of you old enough to really remember 2012? 2012, a lot of things were going on. A4B is a great place to start if you have a mortgage and everything. Sometimes I just don't know.
At a rapid rate. I remember even going on YouTube and watching documentaries that aren't even there anymore. Like, where did they go? Nobody knows. The first thing people don't realize you're doing because you're highly awake is enlightening other people. Like helping other people to realize the truth. But what truth, Ralph? Ah, what truth? When I had my awakening, which was actually the first one in 2006, but 2012 is really where it peaked.
You're gonna have to excuse me, bourgeois. I do not know that you were enferme. You do not have le at the end of the day, bourgeoise. For the le femme, son de le femme. I hope everybody's enjoyed the program. Excuse my French. We got Flat Earth Awakening from Ralph Smart. We're analyzing it, criticizing it, and trying to see where he's coming from in Flat Earth.
Reminding myself that I didn't just come to planet Earth just to be a mechanical human being. I'm so much more. And therefore, I was turning to my neighbor here, turning to my neighbor there, and shaking them like, wake up, you're so much more than what you've read in a textbook. You're so much more than what you see on the TV. And they were like, stop shaking me right now. What I found out was this: you may be highly awake and you're trying to inspire people. Maybe you have a website trying to get people to think in a different way. I realized this, that the truth can't be told, it has to be realized. And when people really want information, they will seek it when they are ready. And that really...
We got a pause right there. He said the truth. I'm sorry, not the tooth. The truth cannot be told. It has to be realized. And we can stop right there. When it comes to the flat earth, you have to understand, this is something that cannot be told. This is something that must be realized. Nothing can be told that is true, that is real. You cannot tell the truth in a certain sort of way. You can only realize the truth. Don't seek to be told the truth. Seek to realize it.
Helped me along my journey to realize that simple truth, that all you got to do is literally just live your own truth, and the right people will eventually find you. Slow motion this side.
And the right people.
Because sometimes
And the right people will eventually find you. Slow motion. I'm digging the guy's energy. This is Ralph Smart, Letter of the Awakening.
what happens when you have this amazing revelation, you just want to tell the whole world, and you're like, wake up world. And then you realize that some people just want to stay asleep. Just let them sleep, right? And they'll blame you for waking them up at the wrong time. People wake up when they're ready, and that's what I learned along my journey, and that's a beautiful realization. What's the second thing people don't realize you're doing? Because you're highly awake. Now, many times along my journey, what I found out was that, you see, we go through life, right? And many of us don't question it. We just accept.
We have to question things. This is a key thing when it comes to the flat earth or any types of thought that we might have pertaining to earth. You have to remember, questions are the root of all the things that we are looking for. We have to learn to ask the great and perfect questions. If you don't ask a good question, you can't possibly expect a good answer.
Accept. Many people who are highly awake are starting to listen twice, starting to see everything twice. Like if you show them something, they're gonna look at it again because they're like that. If they listen to something, they're gonna listen to it again because they're like that, right? So a lot of people don't get that. Like when you are opening your third eye, when you are going through your own awakening, many people even tell me that they're becoming more vigilant than ever. They're realizing there's always more to what meets the eye. And therefore they're questioning everything, even their own existence. And it's beautiful. A lot of people may not understand it, but for the ones that do, it's a fantastic feeling, right? Question everything, because everything is up for questioning, including the cat down the road. And that's really how you grow. That's really how you become your greatest version. And that's what's helped me along my journey. Now,
everything is up for questioning, including the cat down the road. You see, you can learn something from almost anybody. You can learn something from Llewellyn von Hellen. You can learn something from nature. You can learn something from a drink of tea. You can learn something from the... Well, we're going to continue on this, but remember, realize. Don't tell. No telling on flat earth.
3, 7-day vegan challenge. What I've discovered is this, that many times you may be on the dinner table and then you just run upstairs. Have you ever done that before? Right? As you are going through your whole awakening process, not only are you eating better, because you have more awareness about certain foods, and foods that are very acidic that you don't want in your body, and foods that are very alkaline, leafy greens, kale, arugula, right? Watercress, wheatgrass, all of these foods high in magnesium, you're becoming more aware of what they can do for you. At the same time,
Big shout out to synthetic.
when it comes to dinner time, you may just want to run upstairs. Why is that? Because
media,
you see, when people are eating, there's always, pretty much always, a lot of silence, right? Ever been on the dinner table with people you don't like? Or maybe you do like them, it's just that there's nothing to talk about. So what helped me along my journey was to realize this. I get it. When I was going through my own awakening, even being at the dinner table was kind of difficult because people like to talk a lot. And I'm just listening like, huh? What about what's happening in the world, right?
What is happening in the world?
That might be you right now. You may have to sit down on the table with certain people, and what you're talking about, or what they're talking about, isn't really what you're vibing with. So what I learned is that express yourself when you're eating. Whoever you're sitting with, your views are just as important as theirs. Because if they're talking about really a lot of plugged in stuff in the matrix, right? And you're like, I'm so out of the matrix right now, right? Then talk about it and give them something to think about, right? I hope they can finish their food right now. Okay, so learn that you don't have to run away from people or decline invitations of eating out because you're like, oh, it's going to be such a bore what they're going to be talking about. Just speak your own views. And I
speak your own views. One of the key things in this flat earth awakening, we have to be able to speak our own views, and then we have to be able to listen to others speak theirs. Alright? Give thanks. I appreciate. I hope everyone is enjoying this. We have not even gotten to the meat. Well, we're almost there.
I started to do that, right? I started to do that, and people were just like listening. In fact, they were like this. They never actually finished their food. I'm responsible for that. Okay? What's number 4?
This is what it sounds like to be off the grid.
Unplugging. People don't realize you're doing this because you're highly awake. Now, many people who are highly awake they're always in the process of unplugging, finding a nature space, a creative space where they can go and breathing in that last time, baby. Highly awake people have to do that because they're very sensitive to the energies around them. They can.
Llewellyn von Hellen's channel is a creative space. This is a safe space for creativity. This is a very safe space for creativity. I had to have night by synthetic dread. The mods don't need to have to work so hard on this channel. If someone decided to troll, then they have to face the night part.
Very easily absorb the frequencies, the vibrations all around them. So many people may not get why you need to unplug from the matrix, from the system, travel a bit, go into the woods alone.
Like
many highly awake people need alone time. Why do they need alone time?
Yes,
because they need to reconnect with themselves. And that's why a lot of highly awake people go missing. You're like, where did you go? Nobody knows. In fact, they ran away. Right? They need alone time to recharge because many highly awake people really realize that humanity has really gone the other way than what we're supposed to go. We're supposed to be evolving. And many of us are still quarreling with each other, right? So many highly awake people are always in the process of unplugging. It could even be a mobile phone, turning it off for a little bit, unplugging from their work, going on holiday, and just taking 2 weeks to do absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And it works out pretty great. Then you come back to reality and you're like, oh no! Well, at least you got those 2 weeks, okay? And I realized it was vital. You have to take time to recharge, reflect, and refocus.
Take time to recharge, reflect, and refocus. Take time to recharge, reflect, and refocus. Key thing on this flat earth. We always have to take time to recharge, reflect, and refocus. Go out in the woods, go as far as you can to the edge. Enjoy the weather and the other outside of the grid. But let's see what Ralph has to say about that.
Slow motion this side. What's number 5? The 5th thing people don't realize you're doing because you're highly awake is this, that you may be considered antisocial. That's right. People, have you ever been labeled antisocial? Growing up, I was like, you're such a introvert. And I can pretty much talk to anyone. It's just that I chose sometimes to set up healthy energetic boundaries to choose the right energy I want in my life.
Yes.
And because of that, I was called antisocial. Because I didn't want to go to certain places. Like people would phone and I would kind of just let the phone ring. Is that you right now? It is, isn't it? Don't worry about it. Look, you aren't antisocial, okay? I get it. I get that you just are like, oh my gosh, everybody's crazy around me, Ralph.
Let's take a little time to reflect, recharge, and refocus. We are inspecting the earth. Our goal is to find out its true dimensions. If you are not a part of the journey, you may step off at any time. You may leave. It is all up to you. But if you are truly a part of the journey, you are dedicated to the end to learn the truth. To learn that which is valid, and to learn that which is sound. You will continue on the journey now. Continue on the journey now. Let's get to what our brother Ralph Smart has to say about the Flat Earth Awakening. Hope you enjoy the show. Let's go.
We ain't even had breakfast yet. So a lot of people don't realize that you're not antisocial. You're just choosing the right energy to invite in your life. You don't want to be pressured in inviting insalubrious energy into your life. Right? So what I found out.
Insalubrious. I think some of you may need to look that one up on Flat Earth. We know what insalubrious means. And we don't tolerate it. Alright?
Was that's the best thing you could ever do. Because a lot of people hang around people, but they're not really happy. And right now I'm connecting with millions of people, and I'm super happy because we all get along pretty good.
Fun.
What's number 6? People don't realize you're doing this because you're highly awake, going against the grain. That's right, you're like a renegade. I'm a renegade. Never been afraid to say what's on my mind at any given time. Thanks, Jay-Z and Eminem. Good song, by the way. I don't know.
Put you into line up and execute you all at once, you see. We're wonderful with it. We're nice with it. We actually line you up for goodies and snacks and treats and whatever you might need to get your journey on the go.
So I realized, okay, I'm pretty much a renegade too. Because I've never been afraid to say what's on my mind at any given time or day. I speak about anything and everything.
Never been afraid to say what's on my mind at any given time. Never been afraid. Wait a minute, why are we quoting Eminem?
Thing without a filter, no editing, right? So people may not get that
renegade.
You may see someone right now, for instance, on Instagram, and they're sharing these posts which are really shocking. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they shared that. No one cares.
I can't believe I'm sharing this. Not Ralph Smart, but just this sound in the background. Do you hear it? I'm out here off the grid and people are... Anyhow, I hope you're following along, people. Might learn something. I'm not saying that I'm the professor, but maybe I'm the professor. Yes, the mic checker. Selector. We're listening to Ralph Smart tell us about the value of art. Awakening.
They don't definitely care. That's why they shared it, right? That's a highly awake person. A lot of people don't get that highly awake people often go against the grain because they're all about the resistance, okay?
Always have to take time to recharge, relax, refocus, re-up, and re-eat. Let's continue on with my great brother here, Ralph Smart, the criminologist.
The resistance, talking about the immune system, it's the protection from the organic body. Slow motion this side. So it's a gift to go against the grain because it shows not only strength, power, but also courage and bravery. And in the end, these are the game changers. These are the trendsetters. These are the people who will go on to influence millions because they're doing something.
That's what this is. This is courage. This is bravery. This is fearlessness. I stand in front of you, fearless. Well, not all the way fearless. Because if I was all the way fearless, let's continue on. Infinite fire. Born, please.
Totally different. Deal with it. What is number 7? People don't realize you're doing this because you're highly awake. And that is rearranging life priorities. Like, first For me, growing up, it was like, okay, make lots of money, buy a car, work, get married, have children, go on a few holidays, retire. Oh, wait a minute, I'm no longer on planet Earth. Right now, what is it? What are my priorities, right? It's all about putting love first, family, relationship, making money, doing what I love every single day, having fun, and living forever, right? See how it's changed for the better, right? People don't really get that. Highly awake people realize that we're so much more than what we've been, we're so much more than what we've been told, okay? And that's the gift. When you realize, you're so much more than what you've been told, you start to fly. Highly awake people realize that priorities will always be changing as their level of evolution changes, as their consciousness, which means awareness, changes, right? And that's what I've seen along my journey, and it's fantastic. Like, after a while, making money becomes boring. In fact, I've made so much, I might start giving away to you. Put your hands out right now. Catch it. Right? It's about saying what matters the most.
What matters?
Ultimately, that's what it comes down to.
What matters?
What matters the most.
Flat lives matter.
Highly awake people are always putting what matters the most as the top priorities. What's the eighth thing people don't realize you're doing because you're highly awake? And that is reconsidering your career prospects. Your job choices are now up for questioning. Why did I choose that? Nobody knows. Why am I working here? What am I doing with my life? Oh my gosh. Right? When you're highly awake, you're always realizing that, do I want to be doing this for the rest of my life? And when I started to go through my own awakening, I'm like, I'm going to choose something where it's going to feel like a vacation. Like, I'm just sharing, and it's so easy, it's so fun, it's so free, that it's never worked. It's just a party in the park, right? At the same time, it's creating infinite abundance. Gotta be smart. Ralph, smart. Stay smart. Right? So, many highly awake people are always realizing that they don't want to just work 9 to 5 every single day. There's got to be more. And there is a whole lot more, right? And a lot of highly awake people find that. And a lot of people don't realize, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? They may not get even your own career path, your work path. You're like, just because it just makes me happy. And they're like, how could that possibly make you happy? And then you just smile like, and they're like, oh, I get it now. You found something, obviously. What's the ninth thing people don't realize you're doing? Is you're highly awake.
The ninth level is the one of the highest that you would never ever comprehend if you were really aware of what's really going on this beautiful flat earth. You see what I'm saying? So that I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Watch this, watch this. Just for you. Moment of silence. R.I.P. V.I.P. V.I.G. No Ph.D. No Ph.D. Just no Ph.D.
You always, this may be you out there right now, you always want to be better, a better human being, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And you're always in the process of becoming your greatest version. Now, there are some pros and cons to that, but I found it along my journey, the more I started to become aware of my true power, that I was an infinite being, I was always about reading books that would really take me to the next level, right? Take my mind to the next level, so I can really just evolve super fast. It was really amazing. It's just that nobody told me when I would wake up at 4 o'clock and wake up in yoga on the beach. Like people were like, who is that guy? Nobody knows, right? I've been some places where I see people doing all kinds of strange things. Late at night, I'm like, what are they doing? Maybe they just want to be a better human being, like they're working to become better mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So looking on the outside in, you may not get what certain people are doing. Certain people rub crystals on their forehead. Certain people go barefoot walking every single day. I met someone who did that, walking barefoot. I'm like, she's like, well, this is the natural way to live, okay? Walking barefoot, and it actually strengthens the bones. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. I started to research it and found out it was pretty much true. Not only that, it's called earthing, and it is so needed for health. I was like, thank you, master. Right? Hiya, it's a fantastic feeling. Get barefoot today, baby. So many people who are highly awake are always finding the next hack that can take their life to the next level. And the
you gotta hit 10 toes down, you gotta take your shoes off. So I say take your shoes off and stand flat on this earth. Stand flat-footed on this earth before you can truly realize what it is. You can believe what they taught you in school, but did they teach you other subjects well? Did they teach you English well? Do you really know English well? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe so. I doubt it seriously. They taught you Shakespeare. What good is Shakespeare in a world of people who don't talk Shakespeare? How art thou, flat earth? Take your shoes off. Remove your shoes. Remove all shoes. First person, second person, third person. Infinitives, complication, grammar. Something that they have in their agenda, which I know. I'm not going to be a contender. I will just continue. What's so damn you? Well, the north thing. Smart in a strange sort of flat earth way, and I haven't heard him really speak any facts of the flat earth yet, but I believe that everything he said so far should be set as principles that we maintain on the flat earth. I don't know if you're with me though. Just continue in this show. You're doing because you're highly awake, and this is where sometimes when you're really wanting to become a better human being, it can sometimes backfire, because then you're kind of too hard on yourself and sometimes too serious. So sometimes people may not get that highly awake people sometimes even place expectations and pressures on themselves which are really unnecessary. So what helped me along my journey was taking the pressure off and say, actually, I'm not doing too bad, to be honest. I'm still alive, for one, but I'm just like, hey, I don't have to be hard on myself, because I remember when I was so lost, at least I've improved. And it's just one step at a time. You're not here to be perfect, you're only here to be real and say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Feels so good to be alive, yeah. Can I get a hello? Yeah. Hey. We're on flat Earth, and it feels great to be alive. If it doesn't, maybe you're on the globe. Maybe you're on the globe. I hope everybody's enjoying the show. We're almost at the end. Tonight's broadcast all around the world. I hope everybody is taking pictures of the moon. It's big with the space from Bull to Waning and Gibbous. This is Waning and Gibbous. What boy does. The man had to give us. The man had to give us. We correct lies. Edit code. Every single lie means what it says. It might sound like I'm rambling, and maybe I am, but this is what a live stream is, and I don't care what you have to say. I hope everybody likes, subs, shares, and all of that. Yeah, and I can say subscribe.
Have a beautiful day. We are here in the art gallery. It's a beautiful time to be alive, baby.
My art will be on display very soon.
Dive deep.
My art.
Just relax. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You.
And that was the brother Ralph Swart. So, time for review. How are you guys feeling about that? What did you learn from it? Did you learn anything? What did you remember? What can you recall? You have to take time to reflect, relax, refocus, and recall. Before we get, if we decide to listen to my brother, because he really disappointed me in his flat Earth information. I mean, it was alright, but I don't know, maybe that was false advertisement. Shay, I have a comment, right? I think it's commands, head, whatever, and words here. Well, yeah, so with every exclamation mark, lowercase C-O-M-M-A-N-E, space, A-D, space, exclamation point, whatever the name of the next command is, space, and then the reply for the command. Now, I haven't taught you guys how to use variables yet. I told you to go read the documentation. Probably didn't do that, so hey, it's all good. I'll probably be programming it a little bit more. I'm happy to create everything. From scratch. So I appreciate any help. As soon as our channel gets to the max, everyone will get a free pack. Whatever they desire. Unless it's something that's corrupt. We need to be able to listen to what everybody has to say or what everybody has to offer. I am preparing to release a small campaign of t-shirts with an exclusive design. I'm only going to release a certain number of these. The campaign will last about 3 days. So in 3 days the goal will be to sell the entire collection. many of you think that's a good idea? And the crickets have spoken. And they say, okay. Flat Earth rebels. What I have to do is find some better flat Earth information. And there's only 1 or 2 people that I know. Maybe 3 or 4. In fact, I know one really cool person that we need to check out really quick. Crickets are speaking. They're saying lots of things. If you understand cricket. Alright, I don't really understand cricket all that well, so let's just keep the files going.
The rabbit hole. Recently, my buddy David has had his channel attacked by the YouTube censorship police. They took his whole channel down, deleted his whole channel. He's been building it back up. This is based on some BS copyright strikes from some videos that he put up maybe a couple years ago. This is just old stuff. It wasn't an issue until just now. So they just now deleted his channel. So he's working hard to build his channel back up. Build his subscribers back up, re-upload videos and all that. So I want you to go ahead and, click on the link in the description, go over there, subscribe to his channel, and, show him that we support what he's doing and we're trying to do what we can to get his back in this whole situation. This is, an attack on the flat Earth community, and that's not happening on my watch. So get over there, sub up to his channel. And this is a typical thing with YouTube. I've seen them demonetize other people's videos. I've seen them take other channels down. And you know what? I just realized that, a couple days ago, some guy confirmed to me that my spirit level video is being targeted. Here, let me show you. Okay, so the video has made its rounds around the internet, obviously. But here's the thing. This whole thumbs down ratio. I had to thumbs up my own video to help my little self-esteem. But look,
make sure y'all thumbs up.
10,000 dislikes on this video. I mean, seriously. I was thinking that a lot of people were being paid to give the video thumbs down. I was thinking that people were being paid to leave negative comments and call me names and all that on this and other videos. And a lot of people have had that whole that suspicion about this whole situation. So that was confirmed in a message that I got from a guy the other day. This guy says, I don't really know much about this. I got contacted by some sort of company via my YouTube account. I can't use the cash, so he's getting paid for this. He says, so sorry for the dislike. I've never flew on a plane before, though this is crazy. I'm like, wait, you were paid to dislike my video? It's kind of blurry because I had to go ahead and get the guy's name covered up in his picture. I don't want to knock his hustle. I want the guy to get paid, but I mean, he apologized, so it is what it is. I'm not mad at the guy, but the whole idea that companies are paying people to go you know, be negative on people's channels, and you know, they're shutting people's pages down. You know, if the flat Earth, if we were just a bunch of you know, retarded people with delusions about our reality, and we didn't have any idea what was going on, and we were just so uneducated and just so stupid that, you know, whatever we were saying, we sounded like a bunch of raving lunatics. Why don't you just leave us alone? What's with the opposition? You know, if we're just screaming in the wind and we're just a bunch of you know, raving lunatics, I don't know, do you do that to people talking about Bigfoot? You do that to people who believe in unicorns? I don't think so. People that are screaming about leprechauns, I don't think that kind of opposition's coming to those folks. But flat Earth, we get a lot of kickback because we must be on to something. You know, this is what we call damage control. That's all that is. So, long story short, this is all about my man David. Okay, get over there, DITRH, get subbed up, and show your support. Thank you. That's all I got for this video. Be good to each other. Take care. Stay flat. I'll see you in the next video.
What the? See, Bill Hicks says crazy things, and I ought to just hide them. But I'm not going to hide Bill Hicks. This channel was created for him / her. And yeah, man, but sometimes I wonder why. But yeah, as far as the other trolls, Nightbot will stop them. And if there's some people that you know, well-known trolls to the channel, please feel no hesitation in banning.
Beautiful day here in the Pacific Northwest. Just playing around with my camera down here at the Puget Sound and Olympic Mountain Range vantage point. Zoom back in. Checking out some of this flat water at a distance. Looks like it's flat over there. So today, I want to have a quick discussion about some conflicting ideas that I've heard, and going back and forth with heliocentric enthusiasts, as I'll call them in this video. We're going to be a little nicer today. One of the things that we deal with is, well, I like to point out the idea that
without getting some good
we have all these
investigations and good flat earth facts. So a guy that I see as a celebrity, although he told me himself that he's just a regular guy, even though I would think that's what all humble people say. I just want to make sure we get some good flat earth information. The side of the information that Ralph Smart gave us was more so about how flat earthers should behave towards one another, and how they should sort of set their minds before they enter into a flat earth conversation or a flat earth debate. And what we have here with our brother D. Marble is actual flat earth investigation, real life. So you know who I am, flat earth journalist, paranormal inspector, professor.
Emotions going on. I'll go back through these quick. We have the Earth is spinning 1,032 miles per hour at the equator. We're orbiting around the sun at 67,000 miles per hour. The sun is supposed to be orbiting around the Milky Way galaxy around 450,000 miles per hour. The whole galaxy itself is supposed to be flying through space at a whopping 515,000 miles per hour. Okay, so when I point out all those movements, I like to ask people, why is it that we don't feel any of this motion? Why is the motion absent in all this that we have going on? Shouldn't we be experiencing something?
What I'm gonna do, because I'm bringing this to a close, I have a time limit. I want to make sure I maintain the time limit so that I create a sense of urgency in the channel. I'm just going to
some semblance of movement,
and
but we're not. And I like to point out, and I'll just say, that's because we live on a flat, stationary Earth. That's what it is. The Earth is flat, and they'll
rebut that statement.
We're going to get back to the contradictions, and we'll probably feature that in the next program. But what we're going to do is go to Flat Earth Accord, which it seems like they have him hidden to a certain extent. We have to know how to find people on Flat Earth, because it just takes forever to find people on it. Is this the Flat Earth Accord I'm looking for? I think so. Uploads. Let's see. I guess hopefully whatever you were telling me about was the first one, because we're gonna look at it.
If you dare believe something that's different than what they believe, you're an idiot, and they are not going to continue talking anymore. Being awake means having an open mind. Believing in something means you've exhausted every means there is possible to disprove what it is you believe. When's the last time you did that?
I'm feeling the track. It's kinda cool, and in fact, I'm gonna have to get right back. I like the Flat Earth Accord track, like it's so musical. This is something that is unusual, but I like the visual, and I will catch you on the next time. But right now, Llewellyn's got to step out of the line in about 10 seconds. I'm gonna have to leave, but I wanna thank everybody for checking in with me this eve. I'll be back tomorrow, and maybe in a couple of hours. But right now, I have to recharge my power. It's time to focus. We're about to go on another level. Thank everybody for coming and joining in on the treble and the bass. It's in your face. Let it burn out. We in this, and the table's about to turn out. And it's on a flat plane, and you know the name is Llewellyn von Hellen. Keep pushing it until it finally reaches fame, and it will stand at the plane on our castle, chilling like a villain and kicking back and whenever without a hassle. I'm a vessel, and I'm doing this just like I was a reverend, but I'm the professor. Shout out to Flat Earth Accord where it came. He has some music here. I don't know if I'm gonna get a copyright strike or what it is, but it doesn't matter, man. Big up, thanks. And anyhow, good night. Good day.
Time to wake up, people. We're in a cosmic battle, right? That has gone out of its way to prove to you that you are nothing special, that you do not matter in any way whatsoever at all, and it couldn't be any further from the truth. Every single second of every single day there is a battle going on